Hey guys, Makotoa here. Frozen Stratos can't get to the phone right now, and he would like me to tell you that our recording for the watch along kind of got messed up, so it's gonna be probably late this time. At any rate, on with the show.
Hey guys, welcome to this episode of the Go Man Go Toku Cast. I'm your host of Frozen Stratos. Here with me today we have
the Cinder Blaze
and Makotoa.
Boys, welcome back. On the show today, we will be reviewing for you Space 39 Utopia.
Utopia.
Wait, no.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. I'm thinking Space 39 of Uchuu Sentai Kyuranger.
That was a neat little reference you try to make there, but this is not the time or place for it.
Man, I enjoyed this episode a lot, though I wish there was a little more to it. Because it did feel like half filler, half plot progression for Champ, and then a callback to episode of Stinger that didn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like, episode of Stinger did leave some loose ends that were supposed to be kind of tied up here, but they decided to kind of, I don't know, there wasn't like too much depth to their development this episode, which kind of just made it feel like a meh in the plot department, but like, aside from that, like, the episode was really fun. Like, we were laughing like nonstop.
Oh yeah, whole time.
Nonstop.
Like, I will not say I did not enjoy this episode, though I am slightly disappointed just because, like Michael was saying earlier in the watch along, if you want to check that out, we had different expectations going in, and seeing the Q-Tama he got from episode of Stinger was going to be featured in it, I thought, oh hey, we're going to have some callbacks to that and maybe, like, you know, reference that story and the loose ends that it had. And nothing was tied up about it.
Nope.
And also, the Professor Anton stuff was kind of just haphazardly thrown together, at least in my opinion.
Yeah. He was kind of nutty, but like the direction they took it was we're just gonna clean
call
slate
him a nutty professor.
Yeah. They were just gonna clean slate his like character because they're like, oh, it's a different version of him because apparently he has multiple personalities, and like his main personality, quote main personality, just like, you know what, screw this stupid personality, I'm just gonna leave. And then the other one just like leaves and gets himself killed, and we're just like, what? Okay, so I guess that makes sense according to the continuity, but
It was a little confusing.
Yeah, it was confusing.
Like, it made sense, but it was just like, why would you take this route? It's just so, like, I'm not invested in the character at all.
Yeah, I know. It's really troublesome, and it wasn't helped by the fact that, like, no emotional weight was brought to it. Yeah. Like, when Lucky first found out, he was like, oh, sweet! That's good! Then it's not actually him. And then...
Yeah.
Man, that was confusing. And for Champ to not have to grapple with that too much or at all, you know, like all we got was maybe the first part of the episode where he's like maybe stunned to see his compatriots, and then he tried to talk to Anton about, you know,
I don't think that was really the case. Like, when he was berserk, he was just, you know, not thinking at all, and then he gets captured right away, right? And then the only conversation he had with Anton after that was like, oh my god, it's Anton, and then cut, and then we go back to that scene, and he's like, you're not the Anton I know. So it kind of just like negates all of that like tension he had with like losing his father figure.
There wasn't that moment of like, what happened to you or something, we got that explained to us, the audience did, and even the rest of the characters, but we didn't get to see Champ's reaction to it. And that's
true.
I feel like that's like a really big part of Champ's story, and maybe he should be the one reacting to it.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a small misstep. There are quite a few holes to poke into Kyuranger, but it's overall enjoyable. I mean, like it hasn't been like aggressively stupid.
This show really shines with the characters and their interactions with each other, and just, I mean, taking them into different situations and just seeing what happens.
Right, but that's why I felt like it sort of dropped the ball this episode.
I don't understand.
It's because
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, well, I'm just saying, you put a twisted version of Anton in the same room as Champ, and you cut out all of the juicy, meaty parts that we want to see. I mean, we did get all the fun parts that we wanted to see out of the Kyuranger going through an RPG. That was fun. I enjoyed it. But there wasn't enough emotional depth there, especially since we have gone to those places before. Mm-hmm. We have traveled into the depths of actual character development. And I get that we're in this sort of filler arc, I suppose, but it would have been nice to just have a hint of that resonate with me still, because coming off of the Shishi Red stuff, that was meh.
Honestly, I feel like for the show overall, at the beginning, it had a lot of potential, and we didn't give it much like crap for having faulty, character development plot lines. Because it's just like, it doesn't matter. There's other stuff they can do with this in the future. And now that we're like reaching the end of the show, I don't think I can really give Kyuranger that much slack anymore, because a lot of its character development plot lines haven't really amounted to much. Like the only one I could probably think was done well was like Stinger's. But that was like our mid-series kind of finale.
Yeah, I don't agree. I don't agree because of Naga. I think
right.
Yeah, and I guess like that's the other one.
Well, see. Oh, go for it.
But that's like only 2 out of our main 9 Kyurangers, and we still have like Ryu Commander and Tsurugi. I guess Tsurugi did have like decent character development, but not like an arc that we're
at.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm just saying, like, we're at this odd place right now where we've done most of our homework and we're getting ready to prepare for the final, and we've already prepared enough, so we're just gonna goof around a bit until we have to take the test. That's really what this feels like to me. Yeah. Is that also because I'm moving into finals week? Maybe. But I feel like I did say at the top of the watch along, like, it is nice to sit down and have fun with these characters. But if you dangle that juicy plot of Anton and Champ in my face, and I take a bite into it and it doesn't taste that great, then I'm gonna be a little disappointed.
Yeah, this could have been the real resolution to everything.
Yeah,
and they kind of dropped the
ball.
But
no, he got away.
I mean, like, yeah,
so did Monaco.
Okay, technically, yeah, we could still do something because there's a significance with their. Oh yeah, the evil part of him is still alive, and so he'll be back to wreak havoc. But I think this episode was the one where it could have shown the real heart of the professor, or even like a flashback or something to put heart into it, rather than just, like you said, Corey, that we passed on that moment where he's like, you're not the real professor, and then it was just immediately over. He didn't get any of the context that the other Kyurangers got to hear, and so we kind of just passed on a little bit too quick, and it was just a wasted opportunity. Whereas,
they showed us all of the stuff that we didn't really need to see with that. All of the important stuff happened off screen.
Yeah.
And I feel like
and all the exposition happened to the wrong characters.
Yeah, but overall, this episode wasn't really going to amount to anything huge with that premise we had at the very beginning, which was kind of just thrown at us. Which, I mean, for a filler, it's not that bad, but this is like filler and the resolution of a character arc, and they didn't really mesh well together. Because
it's not the resolution; it's not the full resolution because he's still around.
Yeah, I guess there's that, but
it's just that like one of the biggest plot threads we had, Stinger, as a plot thread toward the beginning, and then that was resolved, and it led into Champs to maybe be an even bigger one. It's been this overarching like thing for him this whole time that we haven't really touched on, and then going back to that Champs Stinger sort of relationship, you'd think that they'd have a lot more weight to anything going on between them, and to see it sort of just come out as like bleh as it did, it was a little disappointing.
Yeah.
And I don't want to keep hating on this episode because I had a lot of fun. It's
so let's talk about the best part of this episode. Stinger and his antics as the jester of the RPG group.
That was
spot.
And conversely, the worst part of this episode, Lucky as the witch girl.
Oh man,
they could not have chosen a worse person. He had the look down. He did not have the demeanor.
No.
Yeah, he did not have the acting chops or the body language.
Like you said, Alex.
Yeah, you're supposed to make me feel uncomfortable. This made me feel the wrong uncomfortable.
Yeah. It was supposed to be like a shock factor type, thing, but I think you were right when you said that Sparta was kind of like a missed opportunity, that they didn't use him when they didn't take advantage of what he was doing too.
Yeah,
and
oh, go ahead.
I mean, he was emoting it the whole time in the background, but like he usually does, actually. Now that I think about it.
Or maybe he was just like pouting that entire time, and we just didn't.
I mean, it's where he spends most of his time, just in the background.
Yeah, but like since he actually had a gimmick thrown at him, I mean, he's done it before when like his personality was swapped via some villain's power a long time ago, and I thought they were gonna just rehash that, but he didn't really do anything this episode.
No.
And like Koto was there because he fits like the young hero stereotype. But I would have rather had that be twisted onto someone else rather than him just doing typical Kota things. Because
I want to see Washi Pink in the in the knight's armor.
I don't think she would be the best fit for that either.
Exactly. That's why.
No, like,
hey, are you saying that Raptor isn't fit to be a protagonist?
I would rather see Garu or someone else, someone who'd like actually bring more fun with it. I feel like Raptor would just do typical Raptor things, just I'm not a hero, and I guess like Spada could be like, backing her up, and they can have the whole ship thing.
Wait, does that mean that whole like cliffhanger? Not cliffhanger, but that like loose thread that they. Remember Champ, Stinger, and Garu were talking at the end of one episode, and they were like, so you might go berserk again? Or something like that?
Oh yeah, that's over.
That got completely ignored and nothing happened.
No, it didn't. Like, it was at the end of this episode, Garu was like, oh yeah, so you're all fixed now?
Well, no. Like,
yes, I am, and then catchphrase!
They said it, but like, I guess there he goes again. Different expectations. But I think for me, the show, from what I expected at the beginning and where things could have gone because of how they set stuff up, it's taken a different course that I wasn't, I'm kind of a little disappointed.
It's okay to say it was not a good one.
I'm saying that, like, I'm fine, though, with the way the show is going now.
I guess
don't say that because any Toku series can like literally crash and burn in the last 10 episodes. Ghosted it pretty damn hard. So I'm not gonna give Kyuranger a pass for these 10 episodes. No way. I mean, Zyuohger, like, at least put up a facade for, like, the last 6 or so episodes, and then, like, crash in, like, the last 2.
Yeah, the last 2.
Hey, Zyuohger redeemed itself with the final movie.
that final movie.
I'm not going to feel salty about Zyuohger being bad anymore.
You're correct.
That, honestly, for me, that is one of the best ones that I've had the pleasure of watching.
Okay, bestiality
in terms of the return movie. Great. And on that note, I would like to do a quick little segment where we nominate a character from Tokusatsu currently airing that you would choose as the witch girl instead of Lucky. My vote is Kiryu Sento. I feel like his actor's got the chops for that, and he could pull it off pretty well. He's got that dry sort of humor, and then that instant, like, snap into character, just air to him.
Naga.
Well,
how about you guys?
That's too easy. The reporter chick, just because I want to see her in that outfit, but that's unrelated to anything.
It's unrelated to anything. Wonderful.
And hey, you can choose a Kyuranger.
Oh, well, I guess balance, because I feel like he would be a really good.
Oh yeah, that would be pretty good too. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Also, here's my question, unrelated to anything Toku related, but do you guys consider Pringles a real chip?
Anyways, guys, I think that just about does it. If you like this episode, hit that like button and subscribe if you want to hear more from us each week. Tell us in the comments down below who you would put in a witch girl's costume in the Kyuranger or Build cast. Are Pringles the best chips ever? Yes, they are. Anyways, guys, thanks for listening. Keep it juicy.
Yeah, what he said. Except for the Pringles part, that's wrong.
Hashtag not real chips. Okay.
Oh my goodness!